Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Jeff, come on, man. Come on. You're better than this.
What?
You're better than this.
Better than what?
Why are you homing on Cade?
My God.
You gotta,
listen.
when you sit up here, you
It's
gotta
facts.
talk. You gotta look in the camera like I'm looking at right now.
I'll look right in the camera.
You gotta be able to,
ESPN
you
Mike
gotta be able
Schmitz
to
called
tell
him the
these
best
people
player in the draft.
Exactly what you're thinking, and not think out of your ass when you're talking about your home teams. You can't. You gotta separate the homer and the Kool-Aid. But we'll move past it.
Don't let him
give
do
you an
you like that.
opportunity in this next topic.
Let him talk.
Will the Detroit Lions, offense or defense, be the strength this upcoming season? I'm going to start with you, Jeff. Do you think their offense or the defense will be their focal point, their go-to strength this season? What is it going to be?
I think this is a no-brainer. If you're a true Lions fan, it's the offense. We don't know anything about this defense besides they gave up the most points in football last year. What do you look? Adam has this weird
You
smug
are so
look.
wrong. It's
No,
like unreal.
if
But
you're
I'm gonna let you
delusional.
continue. I'm
You're
gonna let you
delusional.
continue.
We took eight.
I'm going to let you continue. I'm just going to let you continue. I'm not going to interrupt
listen,
you. I'm not going to say anything negative. I'm going to let you. I'm going to let you make your points.
Thank
and
God.
I'm going to give you compliments on the points you make, and I'm going to destroy you on the compliment on the points I think that are absolute garbage. But here we go. Go ahead.
So I'll start here. We don't know much about the defense besides they gave up the most points in football last year, and they're still mostly young defense. I mean, even the guys we drafted, I don't think. Lee McNeil has a chance to start, but a lot of these guys aren't going to come and have immediate impact. But if you look at the offensive side of the ball, drafting a supreme talent in Penny Sewell, having Amon-Ra St. Brown, which he is a rookie, but the highlights he's had in camp, I don't know if they'll translate, but he's promising. I mean, obviously our wide receiver core can be a strength, but I believe in Anthony Lynn. I believe in what he's about. And I think this offensive line has a chance to be top 10 in the league. We have one of the best tight ends, top 4 or 5 tight end in the league. And
Okay, those were the first two good points you made. The top 10 offensive line. And
so look at it like this.
Tight ends.
Look at it like this. Okay, Jared Goff. I'm not saying he's all that, but I have more confidence in him on the offense than just saying the defense is our strength. Like, I want to hear your. I want to hear your reasoning. I want to hear your reasoning.
Again, I don't like being the guy, but you are completely wrong.
Okay, then let me explain to me why our defense.
The offense downgraded at quarterback.
Okay.
Has the worst, if not the second worst, receiving core in the NFL. Yes, they have a top 10 offensive line, but you know how you use that offensive line? By getting ahead and running the football. Are the Lions even capable of scoring? We don't even know that. Jared Goff is throwing to Art Smith, Kennedy Broadwell, and Sam Fisher this season. And Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm not going to put too much disrespect on him. That's who he's throwing to this season. You expect the offense to be that much... I think because the defense was so god-awful, I think the roles are going to be reversed. I think the offense is going to be very traumatic and tumultuous this entire season. They're not going to be good. They're not going to be good. They're going to turn the ball over a lot. They're going to put the defense in bad positions. I do think they'll control the clock to an extent.
You haven't talked about the defense.
Here I go.
Because you're rambling about
Jeff Okudah will be a top 12 cornerback in the NFL this season. He will be. The secondary will improve. Why? Because there was an overweight pencil head who used to work in Detroit that absolutely had no idea what he was doing, and neither did the defense. They deservedly were the worst defense probably ever last season. Having said that, the Lions drafted 2 defensive linemen in the second round. They've drafted 2. They've addressed the offensive line, second round, third round, back to back. They went D-line. They've signed a few free agents. Tavai, here you go, Kennedy. You're going to love this one. Tavai, when under Matt Patricia, was 50 pounds too heavy because he was probably chugging Snickers too. But now you got Dan Campbell coming in. Physique, looks good, professional, nice polo, Ventis. Give me the Ventis. Everything's looking good. But
then you say 3 wins.
He lost over 40 pounds this offseason. He looks faster. His footwork is better. He can probably go end-to-end on the sidelines, cover when he's tackling. Like, I actually think the defense is going to have more of an improvement than the offense. I don't think the offense improves from last season. You can go stat across the board. Outside of maybe rushing yards, this team is going to be down in every category except rushing yards and turnovers. Goff's going to throw interceptions. They're going to run the ball very well, but they're not going to throw for a ton of yards. If Goff throws for more than 3,800 yards, I would be impressed. It's not going to happen. They're going to be down all the time. They're going to be forced into making turnovers. It's not going to be a good look. The defense will be actually their strength this season. If you want to go like the one core that's their strength, it's obviously the offensive line. We can all agree on that. But overall, the defense will be better, and the defense will be their strength.
Did you just
this year.
say to me the strength of the team is the offensive line, but the defense will be better?
The defense will be better. It'll be better than the offense. The offensive line can't throw and get open.
But they give Jared Goff more time.
They're giving Jared Goff 6 seconds in training camp, and he can't even complete a goddamn pass. Don't give me that shit.
You're gonna look me in the face, or the camera's face, because we're not looking at each other, and tell me that Aaron Glenn, as a first-time defensive coordinator, is going to take these boys into a top 10 secondary. I don't doubt it.
They were a top 10 secondary. I said there'll be much. When you're 32nd across the board in everything that the defense are, considering last season, they're going to be in the 24th, 23rd, 22nd. They're going to make more of a jump than the offense is. The offense isn't going to go from 15th to 5th. The defense is going to go from 32nd to 20th, maybe even 21st, 22nd. They're not going to go. The offense isn't going anywhere but down.
Down?
Yes, down.
God, we were already bottom of the league.
Wide receiving
we were 29th in the league.
Man.
We were 29th in the league in rushing last year. You think that's going to stay the same?
That's the only. I said it already. Okay. The offensive line and the rush game are going to be the only things that go up.
And you don't think if we run the ball
first, the
first,
passing game isn't going to be improved.
I'm not saying it's going to be.
You had Matthew Stafford all of last season with Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, and sort of a rush game with DeAndre Swift, and you still couldn't be.
We don't have to discuss
completely. You put up a donut against the Panthers. I don't want to hear it. The defense will be much, much better than the offense will be this year, and that's why I think they'll be
We're getting a little off topic because we're talking about the. Listen, Matt Stafford put up great yards. I'm not talking about passing yards this year. I'm talking about overall productivity. Anthony Lynn, I trust.
Line up Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. Productivity, not even close. You want to line up the offensive line. Great. They're going to finish top 6 probably this year in PFF rankings for the offensive line. You look at the rush game. We don't even know if DeAndre Swift is going to be available for half the season right now with his goddamn groin injury, so I don't want to hear that. Jamal Williams, I'll probably run the ball. You know you can't run the ball when you're down 14, 21 points. You understand? And the Lions, because of their inability to move the ball downfield, are going to pin their defense in bad situations. But I still think the defense is going to be better than the offense. It's not even a question. Kennedy, help me here. Offense or defense, what are you going with this season?
I honestly, this is hard. This is a really hard situation to be in. One, because I want to agree with Jeff.
Somebody woke up and chose logic.
No. I think they're going to be like equally mediocre. Is that fair to say?
True.
Things on the offensive side have gone down. Some have gone up. The O-line is going to be great. Tight ends.
Tight ends are.
Yes.
But how is he going to? No, he's double coverage.
This is what makes me nervous. The picks, I think that we're going to see a lot of picks. And I hate that a lot. And then I think that the defense was so bad.
They're going to improve just based off the fact of how bad they were. Not a little. A lot. You can't be that bad back-to-back years. I would be so surprised.
Well, no, I don't think they're going to be that bad. I mean, we were like bottom of the barrel shit.
The Lions, you know the saying, started at the bottom, now we're here? Now we're here, right? We're here?
Yeah, we're
The Lions have a saying, started at the bottom, still here.
No, that's how it... We're not arguing... I think Kenny makes a good point with, like, they're both equally
mediocre.
Not very great.
I agree with that. But which one will be better
as a unit?
Which one will be, as a unit, which one will be better over the course of the season based off of last season? The defense is going to make more strides than the offense. You're going to look at the defense and be like, wow, that is awesome, great. Cool. We're actually putting pressure on the quarterback this year. We're actually doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to look at the offense and be like, we had Matthew Stafford and Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, and DeAndre Swift last season. What do we do?
Honestly, if I knew...
You downgraded almost every position on the offensive side of the ball except tight end, line, and running back.
Yeah, and those are all very important positions.
No, wide receiver and quarterback are very freaking important. You can't move the ball downfield. If one, your wide receivers aren't open, and two, even if they are open, your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, not the wide receivers.
The wide receiver thing is my biggest nervousness of the Lions right now, and also Jared Goff. But I just don't know how much we can turn around this defense in this short amount of time.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I just want to ask you. So you're saying they're gonna, because people make a great point. Like I just heard. I just read some of these comments.
I don't care what people say.
No, but listen. Listen. It's similar to what I want to say because last year I forgot about this. Galladay was out most of the year last year, so the receiving core was pretty darn trash. So we were bottom of the league. I know, but
which means you couldn't double coverage
but
T.J. Hawkinson.
you're underrating the offensive line. I think you're underestimating.
I'm not. I just told you they're going to finish top 6 in the offense.
What is an offense? If you have a good offensive line, what does that do for your team? Explain.
That's the Cowboys. It does nothing.
No,
they
okay.
waste it.
We're talking about the Cowboys.
That's the Cowboys.
Which their offensive line's injured every other game.
If you don't know how to use it, if you don't have wide receivers, if you don't have a passing game, if you don't have a running game that can actually support your passing game, which ultimately this is a passing league, it's a passing
What
league.
has changed with the Lions defense? Tell me. Since last year.
They've improved their D-line. They've addressed it in the offseason.
With who?
What do you mean? They
Rookies,
drafted,
right? Okay, go on.
They've addressed it. Let me continue.
Okay,
They've addressed
rookies.
their defensive line. They've addressed their secondary. They've kind of improved that linebacking core, even though I still think it's skeptical. But again, we're addressing
still horrible.
it. How horrible were they last season? Can we agree they were god
awful?
Then they're going to improve.
They'll
Much
improve
more this season. They're not going to give up 34, 35 points a game this year. They're probably going to give up 24, 25, 26 points. And it's going to be a huge improvement. They're going to be in the top 24, top 23 in defense. And the offense is going to fall from 15th, 16th, wherever they were last season. And they're going to fall to 20th, 21st, 22nd. The defense is trending up. The offense is trending downwards. How more clear can I be? I don't care that we have an amazing offensive line.
It's not just
the offensive line isn't going to get Jared Goff to throw a pass downfield and a wide receiver to get open.
You don't think it's going to give him definitely more time? But if our run game is successful, what does that do for the quarterback?
Detroit Lion beat writers across the board, including our very own Corey Woods, Jared Goff, notes, has so much time in the pocket this training camp. So much time. Receivers can't get separation. Goff can't make the throws. Too many interceptions. Pick sixes. They've already seen a ton of them. I don't want to hear it. Stop making excuses for this.
Can I say this one last thing?
All right, you can finish it before I close
I think the main point you made was the passing and downgrading a quarterback. But all successful teams, especially in this league, can run the damn ball, and that opens up so much more. So that is my main premise, man. I mean, we can get this straight. We can agree to disagree in this sense. Both sides of the ball going to be better. It just depends. It's a wishy-washy argument because who are you taking? You're taking a defense who's bottom of the league last year, or an offense who bottom of the league, but we got Jared Goff now. But I just think the offensive line, adding Penei Sewell, not only that, but drafting Amon-Ra St. Brown, which has a chance to impact year one. T.J. Hawkinson getting better every single year. In this backfield we have, and Anthony Lynn behind there controlling these guys. I don't know, man. We can agree to disagree, but it's an interesting argument.
I'm not agreeing to disagree. I just completely disagree, and I think you guys are missing the point. But whatever.
I said they're going to be equally mediocre.
You didn't take a stand. I'm very disappointed.
Oh,
Pick
my
one.
God.
Pick
Give
one.
me a break.
Don't be a
No.
homer. Don't be like Art.
Oh,
we have enough
Art's
of this.
not a homer.
We have enough of that working here. We don't need more of that.
Art would say
Step
they're
your
both
game
going to
up.
be great. I said mediocre.
Step your game up, Broadwell. Step it up.
I'm going to
When we
punch
come
you.
back from the break, we're gonna change up the tone a little bit. We're gonna discuss the 5 things that we're rooting for this upcoming season. But before we go to break, I got to tell you about our friends at Levels. They are opening up their grand opening in Centerline, August 20th. We're going to be down there streaming all day. So excited about the event. T Grizzly's going to be there. They're giving away cars. They're doing all the fun stuff, all the promotion you can imagine. And hey, it's a very clean, professional, well-managed dispensary, guys. Get it down there. Stick's going to be there. Jeff, Joey, Darren, Neil. We're all going to be down there having a good time. Come join us August 20th. Centerline, Levels. Guys, we'll see you right after the break. Thank you so much.